A scary situation outside Hacienda Healthcare early this morning as gunfire erupted. Now that's the facility that's been at the center of an investigation after an incapacitated woman gave birth to a baby last December.
Investigators saying a security guard at that facility was forced to shoot a man in the parking lot. That man is in the hospital right now with life-threatening injuries. Team 12's Lisa Nico explains how this all unfolded.
Police say the man who was shot is the ex-husband of a female worker at the nursing facility. 3 off-duty Florence police officers working security there say they heard that woman screaming for her life in the parking lot.
What they observed was the suspect standing over a female that was lying on the ground. The suspect had a gun pointed at her.
That's when the officers confronted the man.
Once that confrontation happened, the suspect attempted to flee, but while he was fleeing, fired multiple gunshots in the direction of the female.
Investigators say one of the officers then fired back.
Struck the suspect and at that point ended the threat.
Again, Hacienda is making it clear that they do not believe there is any sort of connection between last year's rape of that incapacitated woman and what happened today. Reporting for Team 12, I'm Lisa Nico.
Lisa, thank you.